Getting started. What's up, Pixies and we little pixels all? It's your buddy Big John Ed G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, your gateway to legendary games. Yeah, I'm still defaulting back to the old call I used to do. So I have to get used to the new one a little bit. But hey, what's up? Ooh, that's better. It's been a month since I've gone live with one of these. Okay, so yeah, what's been going on here? There's something I noticed in the comments. I seem to have noticed them in the past, but not as pushy. Is these suggestions of what my reply is going to be? Actually, it's only just started this month. It looks like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, yeah, it just started this month. Okay, so I'm also going to mention those. The first 4 here also has suggestions for my replies. And we're going to see how good AI is at this point right now before it explodes by 2027, 2028. We're going to see how good it is at figuring out what I should say in response, you know? So for Tabletop Takeout, 7/15/25, and that was for Back to the Future, Back in Time. Marv Art said, I have it! I just keep getting biffed every time I've played. I might dig it out again. That is, I like the way you said that. I might get biffed. So this suggests, I kind of got off the wagon. There's so much stuff going on in the background between me keeping up on all my videos, trying to get the Guinness Book of World Record for my YouTube channel, getting ready, hopefully by the end of next month, getting ready to go public with my professional DM services. So yeah, things got a little busy. I didn't get a chance to really answer anyone. So I'll be getting around to that. But this suggests that my answer to Marvart could be, that's 2 suggestions for me here. That is the most infuriating game mechanic, is it not? What game mechanic is it? There's no game mechanic was mentioned. Well, I mean, what, it got biffed? No, that's not really the, no. Doesn't know what it's talking about. And the other possible response it suggests for me, thank you for the comment, good sir. I hope that you have a great day and a greater tomorrow. Now that's funny because it's learning, because I do write that. That's something I write. But the really funny thing is, I have very rarely I feel like I haven't written that much as a response on YouTube. This is something I respond to a lot in texts, especially with my family. I write that a lot. So it's really funny how the AI is picking up on things from outside sources here. Because like I said, the few times, compared to the many times I have not used that phrase here on YouTube, I think that's almost a little sus or something. But yeah, I'm not going to use either of those. I'm going to give a response to Marv Art. We also have from Gaming Radar the beginning of the month for our Cyberpunk Gangs of Night City episode. We have our old friend from Starship Chiru Studios. Woo, what's up, guys? You've been here for a while. I'm so glad that you're still sticking with us here. Let's see. First comment by Starship Chiru. He says, thank you for telling us about this game. Nice and simple. I like that. You're always there for us, Starship. Now, the 2 responses that it suggests that I should give you, we'll see what I actually do write you. It says, you are most welcome. I am glad that you enjoyed the video. Wow. I've been called and accused of many things in my life, but cold has not been one of them. And that sounded very, very cold. Like a spark of data or something, right? The other suggestion it has that I should say to you, Starship, is thanks for watching and leaving comment. Oh, sorry, leaving a comment. I hope that you have a great day. That's not bad. So I've been liking the second comments better than the first suggestion here so far. Now, Starship also, love you guys, man. Great fans to have, good friends. Starship also said for a tabletop takeout at the very beginning of the month, Batman, the animated series, the Dice game, says, thanks for the flashback. I remember your playthrough a few years back. That was fun. I've done a few playthroughs, at least 2, maybe 3 of that over the years. I think one of them was with the wife. One of them was with maybe Ron or Ryan a few years ago. And then I did one kind of solo just to see how many points I can get before getting completely captured by the bat. So thank you very much. So it says, yes, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. And the other choice, I'm glad that you enjoyed the video. I mean, they both kind of sound a little cold to me. I guess the first one. If I was going to choose one of them, I would choose the first one. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. But still, it sounds a little cold. I'll probably write something a little warmer than that. But so that was the beginning of the month. So before that, I don't have suggestions for anything here to say back. That's going to be fun moving forward, adding into this monthly bit that I'm doing, adding in what YouTube AI thinks I should say. 3 weeks ago, from another old friend and fan of the channel there, Valen D. Thanks for sticking with us, enjoying the material. Thank you so much for that. Valen D said for 2GP, 4RPG, 4 Against Darkness, Part 1. Wow, this was an older video, wasn't it? Yeah, this is one of our shorts, actually. Valen, thank you so much. You're digging into some of the history of Two Gun Pixie here. That is very cool. So Valen said, yeah, it looks awesome. Looks awesome. Oh, I do have, there is a suggestion here. This is the last suggestion. Thanks. I'm really glad that you like the look of it. Or it also suggests that I could answer with, I appreciate you taking the time to watch and comment. Both of them a little cold for me. Anyway, Valen also went on, watched a few of our videos here. Midday Monologue from 3 weeks ago. He watched this at the beginning of the month. So this video, this episode, but for June, not July. He said, all good Two Gun, entertaining as always. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate a little bit of effort that gets put in here. But yeah, there's no comments from this point on. Suggested comments from this point on. Friday Night Fillers. We have Valen D again. Two Gun, what happened with you, my man? Your prayers were answered. At 23:21, the altar does let you get rid of poison. Yeah, that was good. That was so that was Iron Helm. Friday Night Fillers, Iron Helm, Gal Nox, Labyrinth. I was running with Zola, who's become my favorite character so far to run when I'm doing a game of Iron Helm. Oh, Pixie playthrough Dice Conquest. I was using the solo adventure, using a knight, and I did incorporate the traps, the trap cards. That's an extra. You don't have to incorporate that, and I did for that adventure. So Dan Chevry 3719. That's familiar. I've seen you here before, haven't I, Dan? I believe so. And if I'm wrong, welcome. But otherwise, welcome back. 936 in the video. I don't know this game, but did you miss that you needed to draw an additional card? Edit. Never mind. You caught it. And actually, yeah, believe now there was very few comments this month. I have a few more subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. And my watch time is up, but comments are lacking. Comments are lacking. Yeah, Friday Night Villa, Valendy again, Valendy, Zola Challenge, always good time with the old Iron Helm. It is a great game. I'm so glad it's part of my collection. I get to play it whenever I want. I really should get some more booster packs for it, since I've gone through everything I have so far. The base, the extra quest 1, 2, and 3. So I gotta get a few more quests. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that they have like a treasure booster pack. Time to get some new items in the game too, right? Yeah, I really should get around to doing that there. But thank you, Valenty, for always being around and checking us out. So that is that's bringing us around definitely all the way to last month. And the problem is I didn't give the checks and the thumbs up last month when I did this video, which is why I now started to trail back a little bit. Let me just double check my responded videos. Yeah, Toco Libra. I thought I remembered there was something I felt I needed to respond to right away. Doko Libra for Pixie playthrough of Hero Quest Spirits Queen's Torment, quest number 5, part number 5. It says, is part 4 missing? Like 3 exclamation points. Very, very, worried about this. And I did reply to that one already, basically telling them, thank you very much for bringing this to my attention. It is out. It is on the channel, but I mistitled it. I mislabeled it. So then I went back and I fixed it. So I hope I did get a thumbs up on that. So I'm hoping that that Doko Libra caught that. Yeah. Yep. That was the only other thing. So we are all caught up. We're all caught up on the unresponded videos. So what's going on here, Two Gun Pixie? Okay, so behind the scenes, there are some things that are moving in there that are shaking right now. As you probably all know, except for any new subscribers I may have, this channel is going for a Guinness World Record. I applied for it. This is week 10 of the vlog, so that means I applied for it like 6 weeks ago, and they say it should take maybe up to 12 weeks to hear back. And if you don't know about this, the reason I'm applying for a Guinness World Record is because it has come to my attention that I possibly have the world's largest YouTube, pre-edited, scheduled YouTube library in advance. I'm not sure how exactly we're calling it. But yeah, I have so many videos shot, pre-edited, uploaded, and scheduled for future releases. As far as a year straight goes, I got videos going a full year straight on my 5-day a week, because the other 2 days are live, Friday and Sunday with my playthroughs. But yeah, so my regular schedule of videos 5 days a week, I'm a full year ahead. However, you really want to hear something that sounds crazy. You want to talk about the king of grinding over here? My Wednesday videos for What's in the Pixies box. I am at September, October. I thought it was November, but I was a little ahead of myself there. September or October, I just reached into 2029. And with what I have yet coming in that I still got to unbox, it's going to take me into January, most of January, I think, 2030. Wow. Yeah, I looked up everything I could on my own. I searched on AIs such as Grok and ChatGTP, and there's no such record. There's a lot of YouTube records, but there's no record for the largest pre-scheduled advanced library. None. I went on the Guinness site. I had to apply, well, not apply, but I had to join, like as a member. And then, in order to get a record, I had to search the database to see if it exists, because if it does, then I have to beat it. But if it doesn't exist, then I'm establishing a record. And even in the database, nothing on pre-recorded scheduled video library. Nothing at all in any way, shape, or form I could think of to term it, to phrase it. So that's been keeping me busy. The other thing that's been keeping me busy is, as I mentioned earlier in the videos, I really am rushing and well, not rushing. I don't rush anything if someone's health or life isn't dependent on it, because that's when you make mistakes, is when you start rushing through things. But I am working regularly, daily, on finalizing me going public as a professional dungeon master here in New York City. My website is tough, man. I'm having a lot of trouble working it, but I'm making a little bit of progress, a little at a time. You know, it's not so easy because it's not just going to be a website with a picture and a couple of paragraphs on it. There's multiple pages. I have basically a menu, like if you're ordering something from Grubhub, I have something like a menu for ordering different kinds of games and services from me. I'm making it sound complicated, but it's not. It's just gonna be very easy. Just, read and click. That's it. That's been taking up a lot of my time, but not only with the website, but also trying to have a number of pre-generated one-shot adventures ready to go. The campaigns I'm not that worried about, because they're going to be planned out with whatever group hires me. And that'll be our session 0, is working out what the campaign's going to be. But everything else, if I'm doing one-shots and three-parters, they're going to be pre-planned. I can do originals, but I would rather have a little bit of a cushion of a library for each of the titles. And I want to bring back TSR. I'm going to do that using D20 rules. But yeah, I'm going to be bringing back Boot Hill and Star Frontiers and Gamma World. Maybe not right away, but maybe a little later I'll bring back some Gangbusters. That's a possibility. A little bit of Cold War era tension with the Top Secret. But I also definitely have planned Mutant and Mastermind games, World of the Apocalypse games, basic Dungeons and Dragons games, 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons games. So I have a lot that I'm working on and I'm planning out and I'm making adventures for, setting up the web page, the menus, the prices, and all that. So that's been taking up a lot of my time, but it's all good and it's all fun in the long run. So that's behind the scenes. Oh, that and getting ready for a new campaign, so to speak. Well, I am getting ready for a new campaign to run in my personal game. But so we finished B4 for Basic Dungeons and Dragons. We finished B4 the Lost City, and it was absolutely awesome. Every time I can't imagine even counting how many times in my life, this is in the 48 years that I've been DMing, how many times I've run that module. And every single time it delivers. It delivers fun, it delivers excitement, it delivers craziness. It's like every other adventure module I've ever replayed with different groups. Something is always different. It's always going to be different. Even when you do the same game, it's going to be different. And this proved that to be true. The crazy antics that went on, some of the ways that the party came up with, thought of to deal with the Synodicians that are running that place, or running around that place, I guess I should say, was beautiful. It was so much fun. Epic. I use that word a lot with gaming, and this one, it definitely 100% fits. So I asked the group what they want to do. They said something that both excites me, but also makes me feel like, I got to go through that again. So upon asking the group what they wanted me to DM, what they wanted me to run next for D&D, it was pretty unanimous, I think. Yeah, it was like unanimous. They talked about it for a moment, and then they told me that they want me to run Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. They want a deeper return to the 80s. Although they had a lot of fun with Basic, they want a deeper return to the 80s, and Basic gave them. I have not DM'd Advanced Dungeons and Dragons since 3rd edition came out. We were in the middle of the Slave Lords campaign, A1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't remember which one we were in, maybe 2, when 3rd edition dropped. And I was just fascinated by it. And we stopped everything and started a brand new campaign with 3rd edition. But now here's a little funny thing. A couple of years ago, I decided to just go through a couple of the advanced D&D books again. And I made a discovery. Somewhat shocking. I never DM'd that game correctly. As far as the written rules go, there was there was enough things that I did that were in the rules, but so much was house ruled without even realizing we were house ruling it, because we either forgot a rule, didn't realize we changed a rule, didn't know about a rule, made something up on the fly. And we're kids, I'm running these games when I'm like 9 years old. Started playing when I was 8, so yeah, we've been 9 years old, maybe almost 10, but I think 9 when I started DMing. And all this time, and it's just, I never really did it right. So I told the gang, I said, okay, as they know, I like to take palate cleanser breaks in between a little bit of a campaign run. In the past, I've done Evil D&D, I've done Star Wars, done Werewolf the Apocalypse. So I asked them, I asked them if they'd be willing to, A, trust me as a DM, which they do, and if they would do me a favor by playing through a couple of the one-shots that I've created for the Adventurers Union, local 218, which is what I'm calling my professional dungeon master, game master services. And they said, yeah, they're more than willing to try, we're going to run 3 of them, not all on the same day. I'm going to run 3 of them. They're supposed to run about 4 hours each, the ones that I've written. And it's going to be a D20 update because they know the rules. They know the rules. I don't want to have to, especially for a one-shot, I don't necessarily want to teach them the vastly different rule systems that TSR had for each and every one of their classic 70s, 80s games. Why? Why am I going to do that to them? They know 3rd edition rules. They're comfortable with 3rd edition rules. So using 3rd edition D20 modern core rules with the supplements of D20 Future, D20 Apocalypse, and D20 Past. Yeah, I'm going to bring back to life Star Frontiers and Gamma World and Boot Hill, and they're going to run through a solo adventure for each of them and make sure, get a little play test for me. Make sure that I wrote it out right. Anything I didn't think of before I start offering it up to the public. So that's going to be a lot of fun that we're doing those one shots. I need like 2 more players. I need like 2 more players at my table because of work schedules. I lost a couple, but at least they were able to hang out and finish the module. I'm very happy the ones that were able to stick their time out and do that for me, but mainly for the group. That was very, very cool when you have players that are willing to do something like that. So yeah, now but I do have 2 seats opened, and we got about 3 sessions of one-shots, and then we're jumping into Advanced Dungeons and Dragons starting at 3rd level. The players kind of wanted to start at 1st level, but they just got finished 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level in Basic, and they really weren't feeling like repeating that immediately. I get it. I also would have preferred that they started at 1st level, but the reason that they presented to me made sense. and it's going to make them happy. So when the two meet up, that's really cool. So yes, I'm very glad that we talked about things first, me and the group, to set everything up. So I got 2 seats open. We're going to be running some one-shots of D20 versions of Star Frontiers and Gamma World and Boot Hill, and then running into a 3rd edition campaign setting for Advanced D&D. And what the gang wants to do, they want to do Ravenloft. That's very popular right now, especially with everyone that's running 5e. But these guys, they want a chance to run it AD&D style. I got no problem with that. I ran that module a few times over the years, and I'm very happy to jump back into it. So yeah, that's it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Things are very busy, but in an exciting sort of way, backstage here behind the curtain, so to speak, or should I say behind the screen, here at Two Gun Pixie. So yeah, that's everything that's going on. I want to thank everyone for the comments, and hopefully there'll be some more coming up for next month. But yeah, the end of every month. Remember, I usually do this at noon. I usually do this live at noon. But I've noticed that the few times I do it later or at night, generally speaking, I tend to get more views on this. So I'm thinking about changing it maybe permanently to later in the day, like this, like right now, Eastern Standard Time here in New York City. We're going on 8:27, it looks like. We'll see how that works out. What do you think? Later or earlier, like noontime, like I used to do it always? Let me know. Let me know. I'm having fun doing this. I just want to know what time to show up. All right, so thank you all for checking this out. And I did get a message from Dale, the casual gamer. He said, that's commitment. Good luck on the record. Dale, thank you very much, Dale. Yes, that is commitment. That is the heart of grinding, isn't it? I feel like a real life MMO over here. And it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like me and Tom Vulo sat down one day and we were like, yes. What Guinness World Record could we get? Which one could we acquire? What would it be? No, it wasn't anything like that. It was just a realization of how many videos we had. So it's like, fuck, just go for it. And to establish a record, it only costs $5 to try. Yes. But Dale, thank you very much for the comment, my man. I'm sorry I missed that immediately when it first popped up. But there you go, my friend. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie, your gateway to legendary gaming.